opponent.
Am I right?
Not in Hold'em, at least.
Just checking.
All right, ace-10 in the cutoff. With around 17 blinds.
All in.
Wow. Just ripping. I have to refamiliarize myself with the stacks behind Gungoran with the butchers.
Oh, no.
These two have been going at it.
Oh, he's like 2 kings.
He re-jams. Yeah, the stacks behind Nicola with 2.5 million. Maybe a little misstep from Piper here, but
Well, situation could be worse as Ari Clipper has 29% equity, but he is covered by his sporting nemesis.
great news again for those short stacks we saw a moment ago. Looking at a very likely ladder. 3 outs, 2 to come, Ali.
9-6 deuce wasn't what Ari had in mind. You see him scooting back from the table as the bell tolls. But then the ace of spades delivering serious hope.
Wow.
As Gungoran needs to hit a 2-outer and does not. So Clipper will stay alive.
Well, well, wow. The rest was rooting for the kings to hold. But with so many in the chat rooting for an ace Ali, it was hardly surprising it fell down.
Collective energy didn't work last time when everybody was rooting for a jack. Remember that?
Different collective.
That's true. The Clipper collective.
Wow.
Ace king suited here.
Yeah, going to collect some more chips with this hand, most likely. And I wonder, he's kind of been pretty active. Ooh. I was going to say, he's been pretty active. We know he raised bottom nines, a legitimate raise, but 100k chips.
More than 4 of them. Call it 12 as he takes it upstairs to 1.2 million.
Yeah, I don't hate this, Ali. Like I say, Clipper looks like he perhaps is getting a little out of line. Gungoran's got important to balance by asking. And he got snapped. Gungoran just decided to run it with the ace-10, the hand that did him the damage, Ali.
And might Clipper deliver the knockout punch to Gungoran, who doubled him up moments ago and now could be showered.
I think I'm right in saying, Ali, whoever wins this pot was second in chips. This is huge.
10.3 million plus, and these were the candidates to give us the sort of fireworks. ICM be darned.
Deuce 3.
Yeah, deuce 3-5 with a single spade. Both players with the wheel draw. Opportunities for Gungoran, who's still wearing a smile, but the climb is steep. A 10 would be a clean winner. 4 for the chop. And there is the 4. Somehow. And you see Ari giving him a handshake. That felt a bit fair.
It feels very fair. Again, the other short stacks are like, wow, these guys are throwing haymakers at each other.
Right?
They must be feeling by now we should have laddered up. We're getting the ace-10 in regularly. Yeah, fair one. Gungoran, I think, just said, hey, I've had enough of you. You did me with ace-10. I'm getting this ace-10 in regardless. I thought it was a 3-bet easy fold. He said, no, no, no. Hard to believe this is only the 12th hand of the final table.
Yeah, right.
Given what we've seen.
Now Gungoran with the ace-king, and people are just going to be like, what's afoot here with these guys? Granted, the last hand is on their backs, so they got to see what's going on. But a jam for 5 million plus, and he's run into aces for Nibalu. Now, the good news, of course, is that Nibalu is the short stack.
What a dream to look down at that.
Gentlemen, it was the last call for you. Your table is table number 2. Please take your seat. We're ready to start.
Yeah, obviously going to posture. I'd even suggest this is a spot we can buy a time bank. Actually, I was saying that. I mean, it's very unlikely someone behind is going to find a hand they want to play against the 2 actions anyway, but you want to posture, it's a tough decision. These 9s may have got action before. I don't think they're going to get action now. Nick Bolu's called because, hey, you just got a shot laddering up here, and you don't run that well against this range. You run okay if we give Gungoran a pretty wide range, which I think is fair given what we've seen. Wow, incredible stuff already on this final table. Yeah. Angelo asking for the counts gives him a little bit more time as well, of course.
With 25 bigs, James, Gungoran would have been better served, I take it, opening with a standard sizing.
Yeah.
Not sure whether or not anything happens differently, though, once the 3-bet comes in, possibly for a shove from Nibolu.
Well,
The ace-king finds its way in, does it not?
it does, but it might have picked up Angelov on the way, potentially, if it was Gungoran standard open.
Right.
We know he opens wide and often. If then Nicolo jams 12 blinds, Angelov, I think, may have jammed. He may not have done. Have to actually look at the exact stacks on the table.
Now, he does have Nibolu modestly covered with the 2.7 million.
Right, I think that's part of the thought here is if he does call and loses to Gungoran, at least he still gets that ladder. Does make it a slightly different scenario, but I still think he's going to find a fold with these 2 9s. Yeah, nicely
Indeed
done.
he does, yeah.
And he's going to be very happy to see the result. This is a tough one to come back from. Ace King v Aces. Once more. Maple player at risk already. Hand 12.
Just 6% equity for Gürcan Gungoran. To the flop we go. 5.3 million in the middle, and the case ace delivering a set to Nibolu. So it's going to have to be running Queen Jack or nothing at all. And the 4 of diamonds does seal Ace King's fate, which turned into top 2 by the time the river came off. And half of Gungoran's chips will be passed to the left.
I think Nick Bolo came to this final table with less than $1 million in chips. It's up to 5 million already, right in the middle of the pack. Dreamy start for him.
Yeah, going to be his second double already.
Interesting there, Gungoran with that open jam. Saw Romali open a lot of hands earlier with 2 tables left. And it was all sort of min-open